What do you think of Birkenstocks? Oh, I just find the sandals extremely ugly, to be honest. But what is super interesting is that by looking at the example of Birkenstock, you can get an idea of how trends develop. For decades, Birkenstocks have been synonymous with doctor's assistants, alternative greenies, old people and hippies. In the last decade, however, there was a decisive change in fashion that paved the way for these sandals, namely the embracing ugliness movement. In this trend, the classic ideal of beauty is strongly criticized and questioned. The younger generations are consciously going against the classic standards of beauty and deliberately wearing clothes and shoes that would otherwise be labeled as ugly but are ultra comfortable. Ugly sneakers are going in a similar direction. This awakening interest in alternative brands such as Birkenstock brought them the attention of the fashion world, which is why collaborations with brands such as Stussy, Dior and Rick Owens came about. These collaborations in turn allowed Birkenstock to reach an entirely new target group. Added to this is the age of social media, in which ordinary people suddenly built an audience and trends were no longer brought to the public by stars, but influencers took over the role within just a few years. Influencers are usually on the lookout for the latest trends in order to stay relevant, so the Birkenstock trend was fueled even further. This is how they found its way to Fashion Week, to fashion photographers, and then to fashion magazines, which also benefit from the higher click rates with relevant coverage and thus sell more ads. Then, of course, the big players became aware of the brand and saw its potential. This is when LVMH snapped up Birkenstock to turn it into a luxury product. And this is how the ugly duckling of hippie sandals that used to cost less than $50 and was considered a fashion sin becomes a luxury product inflated by trends and marketing that partially starts at around $160 now. Not to mention the Dior collection, of course, which is around $900. Mental.